Ahead of the commencement of the 2023 general election, INEC warned the 18 registered political parties not to use any abusive language or any action capable of truncating the electioneering process. It's Viewpoint on ITV with Caroline Okunji. We're going to be sampling some opinions and experience and observations of some persons since the commencement of the electioneering campaign.
Personally, by my personal assessments, I think the dramatist personages, the persons who are actors of the business of politics, I think they have complied with that advice or directive, so to say. Reason being that I've actually not seen the use of vulgar words, of how harsh words or incriminating words on colleagues or co-participants. I have actually not seen. Take note that I'm not saying it does not exist, but I have actually not seen. And I cannot rely on hearsay. If somebody tells me it happened elsewhere or this way, or I have not seen. So I cannot rely on what is not between on my table, so to say.
Democracy, I can say it has come to stay in Nigeria. Since 1999, there have been a free flow of election. But the process have never been easy. As you rightly said, parties might have agreed. Yes, there's going to be a peace accord. I think I learned the other day that the peace committee, led by the former head of state, General Abdul Salam, they all came together, all major presidential candidates, to sign a peace pact. But be that as it may, their followers cannot stick to the rule, even if they themselves are trying to calm frayed nerves. But the situation right now is overheated, especially that Buhari is leaving. So the idea of a second tenure is not there. So everybody is scrambling to get into that seat. Political musslinging, as they will call it, and you cannot rule it out. It's just that it can only be curtailed. For example, I read in the papers the other day that there are allegations and counter-allegations between the APC campaign team and the PDP campaign team as regards to various allegations of fraud and drugs and all that. I think those are uncalled for. It should be a campaign of issues. Campaign should be issue-based. I believe every party have their manifestos, but their manifesto is not different from most of what is obtainable from our constitution by virtue of the provision of Chapter 2.
What some of the followers of political parties are doing, it's not something that is welcome to other political parties. Like you go and send false information, like what happened to us on social media, that my principal has collapsed the structure for article. That is unthinkable. I think INEC should be able to address such issues. When people spread false rumor, a rumor that is capable of disrupting the electoral process, because somebody is busy campaigning while some people are sitting in the comfort of their rooms writing stories that are fun, unthinkable, that Concon have collapsed the structure for article. It was very embarrassing to me as a person. I didn't find it funny. My phone was ringing a minute per second. People were asking me questions about they heard that Concon have collapsed his structure to article. They were sending me the stories, and it was very annoying. So I think INEC should address things like that, because that one is even worse than using abusive words in campaigns. So there are so many ways people run foul of the electoral law. So INEC, I want to plead to them that things like that should not be condoned. When they see things like that, they should address it and make sure the person involved face the law.
And going by INEC guideline, and if you've noticed recently, the peace accord was signed, and so far so good. We have been very civil. We have not indulge in using hate speeches and all of that. But for other parties, and I think it's only when you don't have something to campaign with, all you now have to do is to start casting aspersions on your opponents. I know the opposition, that is what they are big on, you know. But so far so good. I would say everything is going very well. This time, because of the development that is happening around the world, people are beginning to understand that it's better you just sell yourself than going around insulting people. Because when you keep insulting people, it goes to show that you have nothing really to sell about your own self. Because I feel people will definitely go into offices and do their time. If you have what it takes to rule, you should come out, give them your manifesto, and the people are enlightened now, so they know what is good. So, like I said, for my party, we have been doing very well. We have not been casting aspersions on any other candidates. We just believe this is the time that Nigerians need to know what they need to get. So we try to just sell our manifesto. We try to make them know what we want, from presidential election, state houses of assembly, national assembly, with some states that have state governorship elections. So we are trying to do our best to make sure what we do are issue-based and not personal interest or personal gains, where we have to now start talking about individuals. So basically, I think we are doing well with regards to that, and INEC guidelines are very clear. And I will also urge other political parties to just emulate what the PDP candidates are doing. They just go around saying what they know they can do, what they can give.
My observation for this election, for this campaigning, so far I never see any of the political party who using abusive language tied to my own access, the way I don't look at it. And the way of campaigning, I see the way we be say now things go take better. That is what the masses need. It is what you do, now be the campaign, according to Rivers State Governor Wike. And so much they like that man, because now things when you put on ground, I go campaign for you. You know, we don't need when you use mouth, they do campaign. I will do this, I will do this, I will do. At the end of the 4 years, nothing on ground. Especially the Senate and the House of Representatives, I don't even see what they are doing, because the money they use for those one, if like I say that money, they're supposed to channel to another direction. So that is the way I feel. Somebody else may feel different ways, but the way your things where you put on ground, it will help you for campaigning. But using insult language, to my own, I never witness it.
There is a little level of improvement compared to the previous elections or previous campaign. Reason being that this current Electoral Act have changed a lot of things in the electoral system. Now, talking about the campaign, yes, there is a little improvement or changes in the aspect of campaign. Reason being that we are not seeing a third force. Before now, it was a major two political parties, and these two political parties believe they have this monopoly, that they have the authority, they have the right to do whatever they wish to do, to say whatever they want to say. But we are gradually advancing in the whole processes. Yes, we still see that level of that black mass syndrome, or the Nigeria political nature is still playing out in them. I would advise basically that Nigeria politicians in general should base their campaign in issue-based campaign instead of antagonizing the opposition or rather their other candidate. As it were, we expected the candidate, political parties and their candidates should come up and tell Nigerians what they have for Nigerians, what they intend doing for Nigerians, and how they intend doing these things. That is what Nigerians want to see. That is what we want to hear. The aspect of though we still see some state governors or some candidates still attack the other political parties' candidate either verbally. We have seen a situation whereby some governors will refuse to either grant access to other political parties, probably stadiums and other event places for their campaign. We have seen a situation whereby some governors have come up to say they don't need opposition in their state. These things are very, very undemocratic, and it should be jettisoned if we must get it right in our political system.
Some of them are using it now because you cannot give what you don't have. Some of them are already bad in their hearts. Some of them are desperate. Some of them, they want to be there by all means. You see, so they use anything they want, ways and ways, even ways to, because they want to get there. But I'm sure that there are some people who have the interest of the nation at heart, and people, interest at heart. Those people, they are reserved. They are reserved. They are not, they are not the type of by all means I want to be there.
So far, so good with the response. You can be able to tell for yourself that a lot of persons now know what they want and who they want, and they are ready to vote their conscience. It's Viewpoint on ITV with Caroline Okunji.